There is plenty of reaction right now over what President Trump wants to do with elections. Yesterday, he signed an executive order radically overhauling ballot access.
And your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, explains what this would mean and why some feel it will only keep voters away from the polls.
One of the most important rights we have is the right to vote. President Trump wants to make major changes.
This executive order would weaken our strong system by making it harder for every eligible voter in Connecticut to cast their ballot.
Trump's executive order would require every voter to either have a birth certificate or a passport. Connecticut's Secretary of the State says this could make it almost impossible for some to vote.
Your mother moves to an assisted living facility in another town, triggering the need to make a change in her voter registration. She has no passport and long ago lost her 1936 birth certificate.
It would be the biggest disenfranchisement of voters since Jim Crow. It could disenfranchise as many as 10% of all voters.
Representative Matt Blumenthal, who chairs the Government Administration and Elections Committee, says the president's order is also illegal. He says states are in charge of their own elections.
We have obviously increased access to voting, but what we have not done in Connecticut is to protect the integrity of our elections.
Connecticut Republicans, however, support Trump's order. Representative Gail Mastro-Francesco points to Bridgeport last November, where a non-U.S. citizen was allowed to vote. But that person was caught. And out of nearly 2 million voters, election officials say there were less than a dozen complaints and nothing has been substantiated. This order also comes after years of false claims by Trump that he won the 2020 election due to widespread voter fraud. However, the Associated Press found less than 500 cases of potential voter fraud among more than 25 million ballots. To do this could cost millions of dollars. The Secretary of the State says towns would have to have a lot more staffing and they would have to reprint hundreds of thousands of voter registration forms. The bottom line might be, however, the president cannot tell states what to do when it comes to election laws. So this Trump order could end up where others have gone, to the courts. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, Channel 3, Eyewitness News in Hartford.